The real estate market is in transition right now. Many of you have been asking if I should buy or even sell right now. In this video, we're going to answer those two questions, but first, let's talk about some local stats. According to Land Title, August, which is the most recent sales information we have at this time, had $172,258,303 in gross volume sales. That's up 18.66% from last August. There were 114 transactions, which is 1.79% higher than last August. What's that mean to you? Number of sales remained steady, but the dollar volume for each sale is higher. Also noteworthy, we're currently down 4.26% year to date compared to last year, but August was the largest gain we've seen all year. Year to date in July, we were down 8.98% in total gross volume. The $1 million to $2 million price range continues to be one of the strongest price categories, but the $3 million plus category has become one of the dominant price points at this time. Local buyers continue to make up the majority of buyers in Routt, and Texas, Florida, and Nevada are the areas where the most out-of-state buyers are coming from this year. Year to date, single-family homes continue to account for the highest gross volume of sales, $400,171,874. But multifamily units contribute the greatest number of sales, 184. So, is now a good time to buy a house? Many buyers are waiting on the sidelines because they think prices are going to drop, inventory is going to increase, and mortgage rates are going to drop. And those are all fair points, and they are happening incrementally. But here's why you might want to consider buying right now. First and foremost, this isn't Steamboat. In a place like this, each month there will be similar houses that come on the market, and if you miss out on one, another should hit the market next month. But Steamboat is very different. We have limited inventory, and most of it is quite unique. Thus, if you find a home that you love and you can afford it, I would say go for it, because you never know when something like it will pop up again. Here's another reason to consider buying right now. We're already in a buyer's market. Thus, if you find the home you want, there's probably less competition right now, and sellers are probably willing to negotiate a little bit more. If you wait until this spring, rates could be lower. The lower rates will bring more buyers back into the market, which means more competition. So while you might get a better rate, the overall price could be more because of more buyer competition. Another reason why it might be a good idea to buy right now is that rates are already down. Last year when the Fed cut rates, they actually went up. And guess what? The same thing happened this year when the Fed cut rates on September 17th. Now granted, they only went up 1/10 of a point that day, but they did go up. Overall, it's important to remember that rates are down significantly from even where they were a few months ago, and where they might be in a few months from now, no one can tell. History tells us that when it comes to playing the Fed game, it's less about timing the market than time in the market. Additionally, if you need a contingent sale to buy a replacement property, the fall can be a great time to do that. Generally, sellers are a little more willing to take their property off the market for a contingent sale in the autumn or the winter when sales are a little slower than they are in the spring when there's a lot more competition. Now, I'm not running out and telling you to buy a house tomorrow. Well, I am if you found your dream house and you can afford it. But why might you want to wait? You might need some time to save for a larger down payment, so your monthly payment is a little bit less if you're going to finance your purchase. You also might want to wait if you don't love any of the houses you've looked at. As mentioned before, inventory is probably going to rise again in the spring, so you might want to wait until you have more choices if you don't love anything right now. And finally, you might want to wait if you aren't prepared. In order to make an educated purchase decision, you should have your finances organized, you should be pre-approved by a lender if you're going to finance your purchase, and you should have an understanding of your local market. If you haven't taken the necessary steps, don't go rushing into a purchase. You'll have a better understanding of the market and your capacities in that market so that you'll know that you're not overpaying for anything and you know you're not missing out. If you're a seller, you also have a few things going for you. Inventory tends to peak midsummer and then continually decrease as the year progresses. So buyers will have less inventory to choose from in the fall. That means that if you're a seller that needs to sell now and you've positioned your home well, there'll be less competition and you'll have a better chance of selling your home. What does it mean to position your home well? In my experience, home preparation, staging, and pricing all need to be spot on. If you can do that, then the fall might be the perfect time for your home to stand out. Interest rates can also be favorable for sellers. Lower rates make home buying more affordable for buyers, and thus they can afford more house. We don't know where interest rates will be in 2026, but we do know that right now they're the lowest they have been in about a year. So there could be buyers that have been on the sidelines that are anxious to hop back in and are ready to buy a house right now. Another consideration is your property type. We've seen an uptick in showings for properties that can be nightly rented, and that trend only promises to continue as we head into ski season. If you have a single family home, it's probably unique and inventory is limited. Therefore, I recommend listing it when the timing is right for you. Why might you want to wait to list your home? If you can't position your home well, you should wait. Get the handyman over to work on those projects, paint walls neutral colors, declutter the home as much as possible, and get it staged. Once you're ready, then get it on the market. Remember, it is a buyer's market, so you gotta have your listing as competitive as possible. In addition, if you have life events that are preventing you from dedicating time to positioning your home well, wait until you can commit to the process. Selling a home is never easy and it's always stressful and time consuming. And while there's never a perfect time to move, having the mental capacity and the time makes it a heck of a lot easier. I'm Travis Crook, and thanks for watching this video. Please like and subscribe and reach out to me if you have any questions regarding the Steamboat Springs real estate market. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again next time.